set this up real quick. Then I can get back to what I want to do. Alright. Give me Phoebe. And let's share this. Hello, who's ever watching? Mr. TL Society. Post. Successfully shared. Alright. Hello, who's ever watching? Mr. TL. What's up, John? Society. There we go. Muffled that. Alright, I'm just about to put some calipers, clamps on my intake and explain to you guys which fuel injector for the TL WRX fuel injector you guys will probably want to use if you want to upgrade. It's super simple. I'm just going to show you the design. You can probably find it on more than just a WRX or Subaru. You can probably find it off another car, but that's typically the ones you can easily get it off at WRX 2000. I forgot 2002 to 2008 top feed. Let's see if I'm just going to describe that real quick. Let me see here. Let me switch the cameras to the top of the bike. Boom. Oh, that's like ass. Doesn't matter. Alright. Let's grab this here. Sorry for the loud noises. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Supposed to hit you up the other day. I don't know why I didn't. Put that guy there. Get this one over the light. Bushes over here. Let me see if I can find myself some injectors. Feed injectors. Okay. That's a Subaru injector right there. And where is some stock TL injectors? I should have some here. There we go. Stock fuel injector for a TL1000. Dude, I suck, man. Let's see here. I'm trying to find a throttle body without the injectors. Alright, I'm going to pop this guy here. Put that on top of my project bike so you guys can see it. Can't find it. Not really carrying mood to find it. Alright, for some of you guys that have TLs, this is the stock injector. It's just a pink injector, top feed. You can easily probably find these in a junkyard. What you probably can do though, I think these are 245 or 280, I think, cc's. These are WRX fuel injectors. They're 420. I think they come in $399 and 420. They're 12-hole injectors. I don't think you can really see it on this camera, but these are, I think, 8 holes. No, fudge. I lied. That's an 8-hole. This poor guy here is a 12-hole. They will just swap right in. They won't give you an issue, so you can just take out the old TL injectors, pop these right in. They won't give you any fuss or fight. and they will connect right to the harness. You shouldn't even have an issue. Here, I'll use this guy to demonstrate that. You're a real TL guy when you have like, this is 1, 2, I think I have six throttle bodies and only like 4 TLs. So as you see, that one's pink, just snaps right in, boom, easy. Just slop it in, and it'll just be ready to go. You just need to tune it afterward. Alright, so as long as this design, I wonder if there's a code, anything on it. Something 90. The top part here is 29. The part getting old. 139 or 130, and the bottom part down here is 3920. The other side says AL, and the other, I think that part says 2 or probably Signia or something like that. This has it too. It says D on this one. Huh. Codes on the opposite sides. Huh, nice. Alright, I have to pop this guy back where I had it. By the way, for some of you that were questioning what ECU I will be using or power commander I will be using, I will be using, this is a PC5 PTI. This is for, I said PTI, so it can sense pressure, temp, and I forgot the other I part. This is for Hayabusa, and just Hayabusa connectors. And I went to, I think, Eastern Beaver to get the connectors I needed to hook it up straight to a TL injector harness, and then spliced into the TPS so I can get those two things to work. Actually, this one was directly wired to the harness, and technically I can just hook it straight up and then hook it to the other side. You can use any PC5 on any bike that has the setup like this, or they have the injector setups. All you had to do is cut and splice them into the injectors you need. So you can go out and get yourself a 6-cylinder PC5. As long as it has the injectors and TPS setup, you can run. It as long as you can find out of those 6 injector wires the single the one that can tell the RPM. As long as you have the one that can tell the RPM, you can run that PC5 with, just run it. Like I said, this is a Hayabusa. I could easily run a Gixxer. I could easily run SV, obviously SV. Anything that has the individual injector wires on it, I can run now. It is that simple. The Hayabusa was a simple setup. I knew that except for having individual harnesses, it just had individual wires in here, like TL1000 did. So that made it easy for me to do. I do have a diagram, so if you want to use a Hayabusa PC5 Hayabusa wiring harness setup or PC5, I got the diagram. I think it's on TL Planet though. By the way, this one's for my twins' bike. Mine is on. Currently, my wife is rocking my PC5 on her SV1000. So I tuned her bike with that PC5 and everything. Also, the PC5 comes with an extra sensor. This is the PC5's extra sensor here. PC5 PTI extra sensor. I'm gonna hit myself in the face. See, comes with this extra sensor. It's directly wired into the PC5 PTI, and then I can just snap it in. we're good to go. It's just a Bosch sensor, but you can get yourself a plain PC5 and get the same same thing. You could buy this Bosch sensor and wire it in, I think, through these extra ports here, but you won't have like a separate map dedicated for it. You'll have to make your own map based on voltages. Can't talk. Someone asked me a question. I do not know what they asked me. Dude, you need my plenum. Man, I do need your plenum. But there's nothing wrong with my plenum. It's a direct bolt on. It works just fine. You know what? I'll show you. I'll show you. Let me see here. Let me get my phone. Where is my phone? Oh, right there. Let me, r/credit. Yes, I've been listening to r/garbage. Let me pause this. Let me see here. Brain farting. Oh yeah, okay. Facebook. So apparently, my mom and dad's been watching my live streams, so I kind of have to be a little bit more squeaky clean about how I do this stuff. I don't want my mom and dad thinking I'm some heathen. I don't want my mom thinking I'm some heathen. So, let's turn this up this way. I wonder if you guys can see it. So, for my TL's intake box, it's nothing special. Not special at all. The welds aren't the greatest. That's probably why Martin Brooke is talking shit. Let me get this off here. Did you clean? Oh yeah, yeah, I did clean. I made my. I'd be more than happy to, dude. But by then, I might be good enough. I might be fancy. I might be good enough to be considered a pro. But my intake plenum is nothing special. And no, there is no flossy stacks in my intake plenum. I know where this is going. Let me, light this up. Let's see if this will reach down. I can't really tell if you guys can see in there. So, can't really see myself here. Let me see if I can tug on that. That's what you want to do, is tug on USB cable wires. That's guaranteed to break them. But I have it bolted on directly with a gasket in between. So, Martin, if you have a better setup, I was trying to get as much room or area in there as possible for this TL, because I had to I'm still using the gas tank, and that's why I went with the bolted down setup. Oh, look at this, Adore TV backtracking. I hope he better not stop his YouTube channel. I like his YouTube channel. All right, so that's how this intake box is bolted on directly to my bolted on directly onto my throttle bodies. If I had more room to squeeze more space out of it, I would use V-band clamps and couplers and weld it straight to the throttle bodies to help it attach a little bit better, give it a better hold on the throttle bodies. But my Twins TL is set up the same way. Actually, let me show you his intake box so you guys can get a laugh. Martin, you're jealous. You're jealous of my throttle body and my setup. Let me see here. Give me a moment. My eyeballs, I can't see that far. Saw someone comment, so let me pop this on here. I do not understand that. Eva, I think he... Steve Allen, are you going to ride? I think not today, but sooner than you think. Someone's complimenting. Wait, one day. Thank you, Jeff. I love you, Jeff, and I love your last name, by the way. It's a good name, really good name. It's a great name, in fact. Let me show you guys my twins' old airbox. Get prepared. This is going to be a horror show. This is my twins' airbox for his TL1000. It's junk. It's ugly. I know, but it did work, and that's why it's good. It's actually starting to rust. Put a clear coat on it so it wouldn't rust, but it's actually rusting. So I'm going to have to clean this up and put another clear coat. At least it's not rusting on the inside. That's all I care about. I think this is 2.5 liter airbox, something small, made of mild steel, MIG welded. It looks like garbage, but this poor guy here held up to 150 pounds. We was boost testing it, and we just boosted. Which one? The one that I just showed you, or are you talking about the one that I'm showing you my twins? But no, yeah, this guy, it looks like garbage, it looks like butt, but this little guy took 150 psi, this right here, and it holds about, like I said, 2.5 liters of air. I know at the very least I need to run 2 liters of air for a V-Twin 1000. If it was one cylinder engine and I was boosting that, it would need at least a 4-liter air box. At the very least, Martin, at the very least. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you guys. There was nothing really special going on with those things. I think there's nothing special. Relocated my battery, pushed my ECU back on my bike. Let me point this back. Can you see it? I had to wait for it to catch up. Because I'm currently watching the stream on my computer over there. When you guys comment, I can see it too from where I'm at. But yeah, relocated the battery. oh, Martin. I see how it is. You hurt my feelings. You make me feel bad, man. Oh, what's up, Audi? You know, I'm just gonna call you Alan. No, David. Sin. No, I'm just gonna call you HD. What's up, HD? But no, I relocated my battery, pushed back to ECU. I am actually, the reason why I set up this camera, so I can prepare to show you guys how I'm going to wire up my fuel tank for my bike, which currently has a Walbro 400 milliliter per hour fuel tank. No, fuel pump. Fuel tank. I wish I had a 400 liter fuel tank on my bike. No. I'm about to show you guys how I'm going to wire that, and also how I'm going to wire it with a separate relay, because on my brother's bike, the Walbro 255 burnt up the wiring harness, so I couldn't use the wiring harness. So I think I'm just going to skip putting on the couplers for my intake system and put on the tank and start wiring it up for the 400 liter fuel pump. Let me go grab that tank real quick. Sorry for the loud noise. Let me put that right there. Let me put this guy here. Hey Anthony, if you're still watching, this tank might be familiar. There we go. Main power wire for the fuel pump. Main power wire for the fuel pump. Wanted a pressure, not pressure, but just putting on a, just put on a 55. What are you talking? Hold up, let me grab that guy. 1, 2. 3. Where's the 4th one? You love the live feeds, dude? That makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. Because you get to see a novice do work that you do every day. And this Alright, that's the main power wire for my fuel pump. So on the fuel system on the TL1000, the yellow and red wire is the wire that supplies power to the fuel system. So this yellow wire will continue on to the fuel injectors, and then they'll split off into 4 and be the grounds for the fuel injectors going back to the ECU. Hey Martin, if I'm messing up, man, make sure you tell me something, man. Don't let me look like a fool on Facebook doing these live streams for you guys. There we go. There's the red guy. Yeah, go here. Let me grab the relay I'm going to use for this TL to turn on a fuel pump so it has a direct wire straight to the battery. Yeah, this poor guy right here would do the deed. Right here. If I remember correctly how to use a relay. These are their signal wires, so I'll use these wires. It will literally, I'm trying to remember how I'm going to do this. Technically, I should just have to run this wire to the white and then the ground to this. So when it goes on, it will flick this on, and these 2 wires will run straight to the battery that's back here. Yeah, nothing special here. I'm just going to do this right now. If you guys have questions, just hit me up. Ask me anything. I'll answer anything. Just ask me questions. I need the love. So, how's your guys' day going? The guys in Europe, how's the weather? I heard it was hot. Yeah, but my shit is not finished yet, buddy. Too busy with... I like the fact you're doing cool shit with your son, by the way. Racing, that's cool as fuck. I'm happy that he's doing that. I wish him the best. I want him to become a superstar, bro. Following you from the Italy, dude. Dude, I love you. Thank you for following me from Italy. Thank you. Also, follow me on Facebook, too, please. Please. It might be a link to it on here. Just click on it and follow me. Just subscribe. I'll be happy if you do that, please. And if you're watching on YouTube, jump onto Facebook too. I'll be more likely to respond to you if you're watching. So I'm gonna get back to. Hey, Martin, you would know the answer to this. Do I need to worry about connecting the fuel level gauges on the TL frame? Will the ECU throw a fit if it can't see the fuel level gauges inside the tank? You will be able to answer that for me. Because I don't know, and I was debating on connecting them, period. Like I said, I was debating on connecting those, and I'm not really sure if the ECU would throw a fit, and that's why I'm trying to avoid completely cutting this off. I kind of want to keep it on. Hello, James Robinson. Thank you for watching. I should say a joke like, thank you for joining us, you sexy motherfucker, but... No, dude, don't bother. No. Dude, thanks. That was a big help. So I'm just going to wrap these 2 up so I don't need them. I was going to not use them, use the actual fuel things on inside. I was just going to cut them off because I need the space, but I left them in there anyway, thinking I would probably need them. But since you said that, I am not going to use them. But now back to this. These here wires going to the fuel pump are girthy wires, but you know, Suzuki in their infinite wisdom use this thin as gauge. This is like 18 gauge. No, these are probably like 20, and these are probably like 16 gauge wire compared to this. They were brilliant. Thank you, Suzuki. That's why your harnesses are the best harnesses in the world. And we'll go in here. No, thank you, man. You helped me out a lot. A whole lot. And where this motherfucker? Where this little guy right here? And I'm over here trying to do this while on the bike. Let's see if I can clear up some room real quick for myself. You know what's weird? The thing I have most copies of for a TL1000, like I said, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 TLs, but I have like 8 ECUs and like 9 wiring harnesses. Like, I have like 1 over there, 6 over there. Yeah, can't stand the TL wiring harness. It's garbage, and I'm not that great with wiring, but just good enough to do small stuff like this. There we go. Hey Martin, when are you gonna build yourself a computer that's fast so you can stream too, buddy? I would like to watch you work sometimes, learn something. And if you guys have questions about TLs, I'm willing to answer them. Just give me a shot. I'll answer them, or try at the very least. And then if you have like other type of questions, that's anything, I'll take it. Just it could be about how ugly my twin is. That's identical. That dude's ugly, by the way. Like super ugly. I don't know why. When he looks in the mirror, he just shatters it. Wish he was here right now, but he's not. Oh, I'm too tired from work. I just call him weak. Run the coil pack charge wires directly to the battery to relay when. You know what? I'm gonna look at it. I didn't really think about that. Will that help? That will. I know it would deliver more power, but should I also change the coil packs too? To if I was to upgrade, which one should I run? I think Martin said they're just good to go, or SV1000 are good to go. Martin, what's your opinion on that, buddy? I'll put that there instead. Let's get some shrink wrap in there. And on top of that, I think I do not know how to do that mod you're talking about directly. Like, do I run the power, or like run the power and keep the negative connected to the coils? Because I need to look into that. I never really thought of directly connecting those to the battery. So ground still connected to ECU, but the coil packs get direct power straight from the battery. Man, that's gonna be a lot of stuff coming off the battery. Man, that's a lot of stuff. Seeing that my battery is located right here, I use some girthy worm wires. I think they're 4-gauge wires. Sorry, I'm hurting your all's ears. I use some girthy worm wires. Like I said, they're 4-gauge to run this back to the ground that is stock, and then these wires to run back to the starter. But I probably make a to the negative, so it's in reverse. So keep the positive wires there, but run the negative to the negative. Thank you. Thank you. Got to listen to the expert, because I am not one. Alright. Keep these like this. By the way, I bought this bike with a jank wiring system to begin with, and I am just actually putting it in a better condition than I got it in. So, for people who just joined, I am running a 400 milliliter per hour fuel pump on this TL1000, and I'm direct wiring this fuel pump to the battery. Come on, wait. Well, that's my first mistake. Hello, people who are watching. I'm currently, currently wiring this 400 liter per hour fuel tank to my battery. But a direct drive, but I'm going to put this relay between it and the battery, and then we'll add a fuse in there so I can not kill the fuel pump and kill the battery at the same time. Even though this is a bad battery, I'm going to get this replaced. Lithium's good, kids. Lithium's good. Just don't do stupid stuff with it, I think. But I like WPS batteries. I love their lithium products. You here? You there? And then this guy. And also, Jeff Allen, thank you for telling me about that mod, and thank you for giving me directions on how to do that mod, Martin. I was wondering how I could get more power out of those, because I know some cases when I'm racing legally, those will get, if the power is just if you can't get enough power out of the battery, the bike will not want to run, and those coils will not want to run either. As soon as you start running on low power, which could easily be caused by a bad rectifier or stator, it's harder for the bike to run because of the jank wiring from Suzuki. I had something in mind. I left this for a reason, and I can't remember. Oh, yeah, okay, I remember now. Alright, kids. When you use a paint shrink, you use the most potent thing you get your hands on. Because I do not have a lighter. Because I do not smoke. But, there we go, little guy. Get a little flame on there, you get to go. Push this all the way up. And no, I do not have a heat gun either. I'll push this a little bit above the connector itself. Boom, down the coil. Alright, I'll look into it, man. I'll probably actually order it right after this. I kind of when I heat shrink on these small connectors with this, I kind of heat shrink it like it's some dude's, junk. Uh, it needs to be kind of circumcised, but it's perfect that way because when I push it in, I know the other connector is actually connected too. So I'll just leave a little bit extra over so I don't end up causing any sparks later or blowing any fuses. Or blowing any fuses. Keep the little flame in there a little bit. And there we go. There we go. Yeah, shrink it like it's... Just shrink it. I had a joke in there somewhere, I just didn't want to say it. Thought it'd be inappropriate just a tiny bit. Gotta keep the squeaky clean. Where did I put that relay? Do not know where I put that relay. See, this is the problem being ADD. You forget where you put stuff that you just got done holding. Yes. Here we go. Must be some undercut British what do you mean? Are you talking about the wiring on the bike itself? I think it looks perfect. It looks sexy. It's definitely sexy. I mean, if they don't, you can make it work at the very least. So the real question is, if they don't work, just make it work. Don't matter. It's supposed to go on another bike. You just make it work. Like the ZX12 shock I have on my bike. You guys don't like. My brain is farting. Okay, alright. So this guy goes back there. And then the ground. Man, it's been a long time since I've done my twins fuel pump. Fuel tank. Let me look at that fuel tank real quick. So, as I'm looking at his, yes, he has the same relay on his bike right here. Ooh, ooh boy, it's confusing as hell. Okay, alright. Signal wires will be the ground, and then this yellow wire will be red, and then the black wire, this must go to the battery. Yellow wire goes straight to the battery then, if I remember. So, this is battery, red goes to the pump, then, yeah, okay. I remember now. Alright, now I remember. The people before me that had this TL tank, they sat there and cut the wires, cut the main connector off that TL, and that's why I'm sitting here kind of confused, because I had the wire from the OTL, I knew what to do, but I had to make this one from scratch. Where's that relay? Right there. So, this will go to the fuel pump. Red will go to the fuel pump. This will go to the positive from the battery. This will go reconnecting back into the ground in the wiring harness, but I might just not do that and just connect it straight to the ground at the battery also. So I'm going to run both this to the ground to the battery and run this to the yellow, or from the red to the yellow. Sorry for the confusion. Just want you to know, I am saving the stream. So when I'm done, I know with the software I use to multi-stream, because I'm currently streaming to Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope. So once I'm done, I'll put the stream on the TL Fanatics Facebook page again, and then probably a week later, probably put it on the TL Society itself, Preservation Society. Even though I find those guys more like elitist, and I think they don't like the idea of someone fiddling, you know, force induction turbo TLs with or fiddlers with TL bits like this. No. The yellow goes to the battery. My God, I'm confusing shit out of myself. But I got it. You guys will see it when I'm done. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, he's got it. Nothing blew up, and I'm gonna be like, yeah. So, Max, how you doing? Twice as good. Any other upgrades I should do, Martin? Came off that there. I mean, I don't know who's full of shit anymore. Or what group is worse? I don't know anymore. Oh wow, that's good then. Okay. This goes to battery. Come on, really? I can never find the connector I need. Honestly, could watch me waiting to go to sleep. You can fall asleep to my sweet velvety pipes, Max. Just hear it. Sounds sexy, intoxicating. Want to keep you up all night. But no, yeah, I might. And then after that, maybe 2 weeks after that, that's probably when I'll put the live streams on every other TL group other than TL Fanatics. I'm an admin, or admin was admin. Now I'm a moderator on TL, the TL Fanatics, which still, I don't know there's a difference. I don't know anything different. Oh no, I want to make sure they're all good, man. Don't worry. Don't worry. I would imagine it would love the customization, man. There was literally one guy. I posted up a video of me working on this yesterday. He's over here. I could tell he doesn't like the fact that I touched the bike and put a gigantic fucking turbo. Who does not? It doesn't matter if you don't like. If you're a purist, you have to love turbos. And then this one is just a big dick turbo. And then Davison would agree twin turbos are like having two titty turbos. You see what I'm saying? I mean, yeah. Who will be upset with like, getting? No. You made me upset, guys. Look what you done. I'm upset now. And time to connect these guys. You know, it was weird because back when I first said anything, which I'm going to tell you my first attempt turbocharging my TL, that looked like poop. I was never disagreeing with that. The bike looked like poop. But They were giving me super shit, which I agreed that they were allowed to because it looked like crap. that's why I got better. I'm choosing to get better and better, and I need to help to get better and better. And I'm appreciating the people who are willing to help criticize me still while talking shit, which is nice. I like that. Shit talking is nice. It shows that you care. I don't trust anyone that gives me nice, calm suggestions. Oh, you need to do this. I don't trust you, sir. Do not. I need you to burn my soul. I need to feel the pain, the anguish. But no, I appreciate all the people that help me, point me in the right directions, tell me when my stuff like poop, so I can reconsider what I'm doing wrong, which is nice. I need to do that. That's the only way I'm going to improve. Like my new suspension system. It definitely got a shear force to it, and I need to be careful with it, and I need to keep an eye on it. That's why I use a girthier, except for using what I was going to use was a 1/2 inch, and now I'm almost to inch size heim joint to take the shear force, because steel isn't built for shear force. It's built for tension, and I definitely got shear force on this chromoly heim joint. I am off to bed, dude. Keep plugging on. I love you, man. Abuse me all you want. I'm a masochist. Have a good night, man. You be safe, alright? Hope, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow, too. No, it's guaranteed that I'll be streaming tomorrow. In Germany, let me read this real quick. In Germany, and in some other parts of the EU, you cannot do any custom work on your vehicle. They can't even put on aftermarket wheels. All the... What the... You're serious? Oh, that sounds like hell! Oh... No reason why they don't like the fact I'm working on my bike. They're like, I can't do it myself. I'm jealous. By the way, this will be street legal when it's done. Come on. There we go. So once I'm done with this bike, I'll be able to ride this little guy on the street and scare Hayabusas with my whopping non-300 horse bike. There we go. Yeah, it looks like hell. You know what? I love you, Mr. Miller. You get me excited in places I shouldn't mention. I appreciate you. Night, dude. No, man. Night to you, dude. I love when people tell me night because in the back of my head I'm like this. Good night, motherfucker. You sexy motherfucker. Have a good night. That's all I think about when I see someone do that. Like, man, that's goofy. Alright, that goes. This is going to the battery. This poor guy is technically, I think, should meet up back with the ground. And how am I going to do that? It needs to meet back up with ground too. Meet up back. This goes in, comes out. It needs to reconnect with the main ground system so the ECU knows it's powered on. So, but I need this. Man, I am confusing the shit out of myself right now. Alright, one of my other TLs. Alright, this is main power. This goes to the battery. This is a signal wire. The signal wire just goes around and just connects back into ground. Oh my god, I made this harder on myself than I need to. God. It technically just needs to meet with ground again. I don't need the ground anymore. So, I don't even need the ground. I do need the ground. No, I don't need the ground. Because that negative is going to go back to the battery also with the main power wire. So, there we go right there. I grab myself some string tube. Sorry for me going in deep thoughts. I love you, dude. I love you. Alright, let's see here. Put that back on. Time to connect that back to that ground. So when the ECU sends power to this, it will go back into the ground, and the ECU will now know the fuel pump is connected. It's not current restricted, or it needs current to make sure it works. I've tested this before to make sure fuel systems and bikes would work on a TL specifically. So this will just connect, and then I'm going to connect this straight to the battery. So the fuel pump is going to get the full girth of the battery. With soon, should I also do this with the fuel injectors? No, I'm not going to go that far. Okay, that's what I need. Grab this here. I know it looks like a mess under here. Forgive me. Wire management is going to come second after this. Or soon after I test fire the bike. This is just to get the bike up and running. I love my MAP gas. I like the way it smells bad. I'm surprised none of you guys asked me what I do for work. And sorry for me having the sniffles. I'm very emotional right now. I have people watching me. It makes me feel better about myself. And this goes here. A little bit over. Just a little bit. I'll read that comment here in a little bit, Miller. Give me a moment. Let me see here. Do you do? Well, he doesn't even have all the knowledge. I do. Because I'm a fucking American. For America. So that's set up. Okay. Let me do this proper. So tuck this here. I'll put a little bit of electrical tape on that. I don't like how loose that is. Alright, this runs to the battery. This guy's going to also run to the battery. So this, when I turn the bike on, the fuel pump relay will hit. Then the fuel pump relay will hit again. And then the fuel pump will come on. And then this will go to the ground on the battery. And then this will go to the positive on the battery. Or the starter relay, one of the two. It won't really matter. This little guy, I'm just going to let him just fall to the wayside. But keep him anyway. Like one of those parasitic, those fish that look really, really ugly. The males straight attach to the female and come one with the female. So I'm just gonna leave that like that. But yeah, you're right about that guy. You're absolutely right. I've been trying. By the way, I usually try my best to talk to people because usually if I message someone, my messaging is garbage. I message people bad. Like I cannot. My grammar is garbage. But if you talk to me, I come off a lot smarter and a lot more intelligent, and I don't speak as much Urbanics as I should. I need to practice my urbanics. By the way, guys, if you ever need a lighter, buy one of these. These last forever. Just throw this in your backpack. You know, it is portable enough. Best type of lighter that lasts over. I think I've had this thing for 5 years, and I just do it for like small stuff like this or heating up stuff. All right, ground. I'm trying to think what I'm going to use for this. I know what I'm going to use for that. The best type of wire for ground is ground wire, black wire. So I'm about to throw this off tilter. How many of you guys watch anime? You guys watching latest stuff? You guys watch One Punch Man a couple weeks ago? Or last season ago? Yeah, that was a good show. I wasn't too happy about JG staff. I thought it was going to make it look absolutely horrible, but it wasn't that bad. I enjoyed it. It was at least tasteful. For people who are just coming in, I am currently running a secondary relay to my fuel pump. I'm running a 400 milliliter per hour fuel pump, and I need to make sure I have plenty of juice. It's going to be directly connected to the battery, because if I run the 400 liter per hour fuel pump through the wiring harness, it will fry the wiring harness. I've had it happen with a Albro 255. I'm actually looking forward to hearing this thing purr and hum through my tank. I'm actually extremely excited about that. Can this reach? That's more than enough. Heck, I might even turn it over. Well, not turn it over, but test the fuel pump, see if she's good to go. You know what? Let me add some more natural light in here. Give me a moment. I did not know it was this late. Alright, this will go through there. Alright, that's to the battery. I need to get a little loop thingy for that. Also, I need to get a breakable fuse. But this, for me, is set up, and I'm happy about that. So I'm not going to go any further with this. This is... Alright, these two wires here are for the fuel pump level indicators inside the fuel tank. I might still set that up because this will... No, I can't. I'm not going to be able to use them because I'm going to not be using the stock indicator anymore. What are you doing to your TL now is what I am doing to my TLS at the same time. After all the wiring play, time to start for me. What else do you have to do to start your TL up? Let me show you. No, wrong camera. Top of bike. No, that's on right there. There we go. So, you asked what I'm going to do next. Well, I need to cut this silicone hose right here at the size. I need to cut it to about here because it will be going. I wonder if it's good enough. Sorry for the weird. It'll be going right here. Right there, that silicone hose. It's pinched up between the exhaust and the starter battery, starter motor. I will use that thicker one, make it a little longer so it can reach over here. Clamp everything here clamped inside. Tighten up the tank. Tighten up the plenum cap, which it's back. Tighten up the plenum cap that's right there. And after that, give this bike a start, and then go see my friends at Jegs, because I promised them as soon as I started the bike, I would swing by to show them the deed, and a few little odds and ends let's see here. Make sure I tighten up the fuel lines before I start the bike up, because I'm using AN lines to fuel my bike. Actually, let me show you that if you probably can see which in this. Here we go. Disconnect this guy. This is done. Yeah, this is done. Ground. I need to go get some. I need to get a fuse. Oh, sorry. I'll fix that here in a moment. Oh, I love the smell of E85. So let's back up here. So I need to make sure I tighten up all my AN fitting lines to my bike. That's right here and right here. Make sure I run the return line. Then after that, rewire this, or just put on a stock connector, because this is a Hayabusa connector on this bike, and try to start it with I might just go straight into it and try to start it with E85 just to make sure it runs. That'll be the next thing. Hello, Mark, if you're still watching. How you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you or said a word to you. Now I'm speaking to you with my words, with the wonders of technology. All right. So my next thing is, after doing this, I just got bit by a mosquito. I hate mosquitoes. I am not closing my garage door. I hate you, mosquitoes. I hate you. Alright, what am I doing next? I'm trying to remember. Oh, still touching. Okay. Land, 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 please land. No, this doesn't have the flashlight anymore. This has the girthy turbo on this side. Flashlight was a long, long time ago. Heck, I'm gonna be honest. This bike hasn't touched the road physically in 4 years. This particular one, this particular frame. Heck, it's been sitting so long. The front tire is dry rotted. That's how long it's sat for. Now, I'm trying to think. Oh, you know what? I might as well start in the next project. I'm gonna start on putting the couplers on this turbo kit up front. Let me. How am I getting skipped frames? Alright, SJ cam on. There we go. By the way, this is the clamps I'll be using. Just regular T-Walk clamps, nothing special. Since I'm going to be close to my computer now. Let's see here. I want to read this. Oh, let me grab that. I'm about to move the mic, so you might hear a little bit of loud jostling. And yes, the mic is just a webcam. You damn sure have it now. I got my TL torn down. I did it. Little or no help. I refuse to bow down to King Stew. I got no help from the form. I just learned all this like that. Was all every inch of that bike. I got lucky and it was an excellent, unmolested copy. His tune for Yoshi bike. Oh yeah, VCO. Sorry for my reading. I read slow. That government-funded school thing, you know, was a failure. I'll just move this out. There we go. Push it back, push it back, push it back. A little bit, to be honest, I have a little bit more work left on this guy. After I do this, give you guys a better view of what I'm doing. Is that a little bit better? I think it might be, or do I need to get closer? How about I get a little bit more light, though? I hate this, but for you guys, give it a little bit more light. Yes, there we go. That's a lot better. So I'm just going to put the clamps here and there to make sure I put them in the right spots. Then if I need to take it off, I'll just take them all off. Take off the ones I need to take off to take the whole kit apart. But I don't need to take everything off. But no, Miller, you're right. I'm happy no one helped because ultimately I learned everything about this bike. And then if it's a Suzuki-based bike, I can actually feel my way around a Suzuki-based bike, which is awesome. Because basically the Hayabusa Gixxer of the same year is pretty much the same bike in my eyes. So if it's like those bikes, I know I can work on them. Actually, let me put this here. I know I can work on those guys. That's why I'm now locked into getting Suzuki bikes for the rest of my life. Because I know they will at least kind of work on them. Definitely when it comes to wiring harnesses. Oh. Dropping bolts. Wait, dropping nuts. Fucker. Ah, it's a mosquito. That's what I'm trying to grab right now. I might ultimately try to weld weld a lot of stuff hard, so I don't have to use as many couplers. But I like the idea of the couplers because the couplers themselves allow the engine to flex, some parts flex and move without getting stuck or anything. Because a lot of, if you use hardwire, you hard weld everything together, you put yourself in jeopardy of ultimately breaking in the future and have to redo it. But the couplers keeps that from happening if it has to move or flex, like having a flex pipe and exhaust. Let me check one thing real quick. Why the CPU in this little computer that I have is running at full max. It's over here dying. It's over here at its 100% trying to stream, which is this isn't even hard. You should be able to do this. Hello, John. How you doing, by the way? Yes. How you doing, by the way? More clamps. Just trying to figure out how I'm going to set these clamps up to make it look good. I got a wall spring here now too. Great. Oh, it flew out. Nice. All right. Come on, there we go. You guys have any questions? More questions? No. Miller, come on, he got something for me. There we go. All right. That's actually in there pretty good. All right. Right there. So, need to use this guy here. Add maybe an inch to it. I don't know how you guys cut these personally, but I'm just about to use a bandsaw to do the work. Just gonna cut this guy in at an inch. Oh. Using the bandsaw is what it, but hey, it's working, that's fine. I don't want to draw my work. So I'm going to pull this up here, bring this up a little bit. Hey, nice and clean cut. No extra clean fibers or anything. A little longer. Push that down because I like the fingers. I really love those. And yeah, there we go. Well, I like the way that was looking. Clean that out real quick. A little silicone going down into the engine. So, good thing that mosquito got me. So, I increased the length of this guy so I can stretch it between the gap, and then I'm going to clamp it down. Now I know the intake side, except for one part that's kind of hard to get to because it's underneath the tank and underneath the air box. Now I need to move that back over here. We'll go here on YouTube real quick, make sure things over there are working fine. Actually, I should be able to see it this way too. Warning, I'm getting warnings. It's the warning. Wrong key. I'm getting key. No, not anymore. Alright. Just checking. Usually I stream to YouTube too, just in case, to make sure everything's running fine. Because I usually use, I stream there, I'm kind of using YouTube as a thing to save the videos. Because right now the computer I'm using, the CPU isn't strong enough. It's a stock clock FX8320E. And right now, like I said, just doing this stream, it's acting like it's doing the hardest thing in the world trying to stream this. Yeah, there we go. Right there. It might be too long. We'll see. Oh, great. That works in my favor a lot more. Come on. There we go. Right now I'm currently putting this on, making sure all that stuff is working fine. Off the radiator, twist it up a little bit. Put the clamp in there. Yeah, there we go. The radiator has room to move. I can push it forward maybe a half an inch, give it some space. How much battery I have left on this? 44%. I wonder. Let me get you guys a better view if I can. Set this right here. That's not high enough. That might work. Instead, I can just move to the bike. 2 clamps. They're both going to be really, really hard to get my hands in. Next step is to see if I can get in there. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. It gets really close to the exhaust, which I'm counting on. That exhaust has been wrapped 3 times. So I want to make sure I can get in there with a V-band clamp, and then I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the starter motor, see if it's getting worn down by the V-band clamp, not V-band clamp, excuse me, T-bolt clamp, while I'm doing this in the future. But yeah, it wraps, comes around past exhaust, goes through this intercooler here. So you guys get a better idea. Goes through turbo, goes down, wraps around the exhaust. They come and meet on this side. Intercooler goes intercooler, and wraps in, and then connects to the plenum box right there, which I can clearly see. Which it might be a little easier than I think to put a T-bar clamp there. So, alright, let's put a T-bar clamp on this first part. The channel. I should be playing music in the background, but the music I'll be playing will be royalty YouTube music and royalty-free YouTube music or copyright-free YouTube music, and you've heard that music a trillion times before. I'm trying to avoid strangling you guys with that. There we go. Oh, Miller, you're back! Baby, you're back! Oh, I'm all surprised. Why? Does it not show the live video streaming? Oh, right there. Oh. Oh. It is private. Why is it private? YouTube, why are you private? I learned my lesson. Alright, I made that live now too, but there's probably people who probably would have seen the beginning and been more happy to see the beginning than waiting to watch it and catch up later. How long have I been streaming so far? So I'm currently putting the clamps on the bike for the first time to see how hard of a kick in the teeth it would be, which I think I'm about to come across the part that's going to be the real kick in the teeth. Come on. Don't be like that. Come on, work. Well, show these people my dedication. There we go. Oh, no, don't beat the radiator. There we go. Okay, that's an amp. Come on, get in there. That's not it. I dropped one of the bolts or nuts. This would be a lot easier if I didn't have this radiator in the way, but I have. I put the there's water in the radiator because I am anticipating starting this bike here in the next couple days. So I was like, I don't need to take the water back out so I can make my life easier. I wish I would have drained our. I need a friend. I need someone here. That's what I need. Well, I need to go about this at a different angle. Will not be surprised if I mess up the radiator on this bike. Don't matter, I have like 6 of them. Push comes to shove, I could weld it. Looks like spaghetti. So, next step is to take it out. I don't think he knows what he's doing. I'm the one that made it, Anthony. How are you going to tell me I'm not the one that knows what he's doing? I'm the one that did this. I know exactly what I'm doing. About to blow my bike up. Clamps, 30-inch clamps. Sorry that I am not over there right now. I am looking for my box full of big clamps. It looks like I'm going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. I'm going to push this up a little bit. A little easier on myself. One strong fucking connector. Alright, let's see if I can get this on now since I raised it up. Give myself a little bit more height. should I go downward? Go downward, it might hit the radiator in the future. But it's going to hit against the pipe first, so it doesn't matter. So, Anthony, if you're still watching, how you doing? Hello, Junior. Walls, Kevin. That is a unique name. Or Kelvin? Calvin? Caroline? Caroline? Come on. You know what? Actually, let's work smarter, Alan. I'm trying to clamp it with the silicone hose on there. Already pre-start it, and then push it on. Thank you for you guys' help. You guys gave me the inspiration to think of that. Good spot. You can get a wrench in there, just fine. Wrench at. Alright. The last one is right there. I need to figure out what I'm going to use. I might just use a standard hose clamp for that one, like I'm going to use in there, or I thought I was. But I can. You could probably squeeze in a real hose. Well, you guys can actually see it. So down there on the second one, down at closest to the bottom, I might use a regular hose clamp, and the same for the inside of there. But I do not know where my big box of hose clamps is. So I can't really figure out what I'm going to do with that one. GPO 100%. Alright, phone overheating. I can charge it. Alright. So I might disappear from the feed for a little bit because I need to find those hose clamps that I was just talking about so I can finish this. I cleaned my garage up and I don't know where I put my big hose clamps at. Story of my life. I cleaned something and I can't find anything anymore. Where's my 3-inch hose clamps? 3-inch hose clamps. I need 2 inches. 2. is Ainsley looking for? Just standard. Oh, they're right here. Look at that. Found those hose clamps. And we got one 3-inch here. And 2.5. Saves me. I don't think it's big enough for this. Oh, that's a letdown. This is not big enough. I think I might have to stop. Because I won't be able to finish this. Oh, I'm going to try. At least continue. Go for the one air box. Here we go. The main pipe leaving intercooler going to the air box. Just yep. Nothing special about that. Do it right here. Do I need to? I don't need to. All right, next step, clamp in there. Yeah, I want to get a big clamp. Can't do that because that's. Ow. Oh, almost hit my shin again. Sorry about that, by the way. I have to call it quits on this stream for today. I'm gonna get all the stuff I need tomorrow. Figure this out. I'm gonna get some 3-inch hose clamps to screw it where I can't reach it or it's too tight. So tomorrow I'm going to get some hose clamps tomorrow, some bigger hose clamps. So I can't use the T-ball clamps in those two areas because it's too tight. They're very close, and I need the looseness of the clamps, or the looseness of the clamps, so it's easier for me to get them in there. And all I have to do is push them up and screw something in. That's all I need to make it work. Thank you for watching. Today is over. Maybe I might come back to do this later. But yeah, today it is over. I'm going to try to figure out something else I could talk about on the TLs tomorrow. Maybe talk about this suspension system that some of you guys don't like because the shear factor. The shear factor. But other than that, yeah, you guys have a good day, and hope I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Yeah. And I'm nowhere near anywhere to stop this feed in a timely fashion. You guys have a good day. Peace!